Hello to all awakened souls. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm here with a new video that I hope you'll enjoy, and I ask my higher self to be here with us, to be within me, and that whatever comes from this video will be a light that enters your homes. I send a kiss to all of your hearts. I love you all. First of all, I have to say that this site of mine is not an astrology site. This site is about awareness. I use astrology and other energies, but it's not like I'm going to tell you every single day what's precisely going to happen, what exactly will happen this current month, this entire year, or even just today, or indeed this coming week. I talk about an overall comprehensive energy, and as I've always thoughtfully said, my fundamental philosophy is that I don't simply give you a single apple every day. Instead, I genuinely share with you the extensive and practical knowledge I have accumulated in this particular field. This knowledge is specifically about how you can effectively plant and cultivate a thriving apple tree right within the comfort of your very own home. So you can benefit for a lifetime, not just hear something for a day. Now, whether it's true or false, good or bad, today it's one way, tomorrow it's another. And you just sit there and do absolutely nothing with your precious life, not truly understanding the profound energies that surround you, and instead you completely put your entire daily existence and future in the hands of various fortune tellers, astrologers, and indeed some individuals who are nothing more than charlatans and outright frauds in this particular field, misleading countless unsuspecting people. In any case, the energy from July onwards in 2025, extending all the way until the very end of that year, is truly very unusual. And I've talked about it extensively everywhere. I've mentioned it a great deal because I want to provide you with this crucial awareness so you clearly understand what significant stage you're about to enter. And especially in this second half of the year 2025, which is truly a significant year of profound transformations and indeed a year of considerable changes. It's a year for repaying karmas and ending karmas. Be acutely aware of how to effectively deal with these powerful energies in a constructive manner that profoundly benefits your entire life, so you can experience significantly more inner peace and genuinely bring much better, more fulfilling content into your existence. One of the absolute biggest and most frequently asked questions I consistently receive in the comments section and through private messages is that right now it seems everyone is truly suffering in some profound way, whether openly or silently. They feel lost. They don't know what their path is and have become hopeless. Now, in one way or another, they are experiencing pain and suffering, whether it's coming from outside themselves or from within. That's precisely why I thoughtfully decided to create this particular video, intending to thoroughly discuss and explore the profound concept of suffering, delving into where the fundamental roots and underlying foundation of all suffering truly originate from, and subsequently, how we can effectively empower ourselves to genuinely experience and enjoy life more fully, to consciously live in the present moment with greater awareness, and ultimately, to diligently build a much brighter and more prosperous future for ourselves and for those around us. First of all, one of the philosophies that really should be present in everyone's life, which has been said since ancient times by Rumi, by all the philosophers, and is accepted by all spiritual scholars, is that we must live in the moment. If I sit and regret the past, it will have no positive effect on my life right now. And you all know this, and if I worry about the future, because if you look back 10 years later, you'll see that 90% of those worries never happened, and I just ended up worrying. So I take action when that event actually occurs. But until it happens, there's no need for me to keep repeating it to myself every day. It's like we're watching a movie and there's a 5-minute scene in it that's upsetting. It's distressing. And I keep rewinding the movie back to that distressing part. It's painful. I keep going back to watch it and keep torturing myself. This is what it means to be stuck, to remain fixed in the past. And when it comes to the future, will this get better? Will it get better? Will my life get better? Will I make money? Will I have a good life? Will the country get better? These kinds of thoughts also inevitably cause you to experience profound fear, which inherently possesses the absolute lowest frequency energy. You consciously bring this upon yourself, and the only things that will subsequently follow are a pervasive sense of hopelessness, debilitating depression, and various forms of illness. So, based on this fundamental principle, we should conscientiously meditate for at least a full 15 minutes each day. During this dedicated time, we should strive to gently quiet our busy minds and truly listen to the profound wisdom emanating from our hearts. I've always said that I don't use music for meditation. I don't use frequencies that I don't know where they come from, who created them, which line they're from, or what kind of link they have to me. I meditate. In silence, I listen to the sound of birds. I listen to the sound of birds, the sound of trees, the sound of nature, the sound of the sea. You can sit in a room, be alone with yourself, and listen to the sound of your own breathing. In my opinion, this is the best kind of meditation, rather than taking the risk of listening to some music that others have imitated, or listening to some low frequencies that are meant to truly discourage you and prevent you from living in the moment. So just 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day. However much time you have, however much you can, just be silent. And always remember, meditation is truly not about simply getting exactly what I personally want or desire. Meditation is for letting go of the things that no longer serve me, to remove them from myself, to reduce my desires, to get rid of jealousy, to let go of expectations. All of this happens through meditation when I believe that I am light that has been born into a physical body and that I must be a witness. I am an observer. I am an observer who, in this physical body, is watching something in order to gain experience. I am a part of God, and I am both my own creator and the one who creates my life and my future. Some of the things I read in the comments, or the messages I receive, or the consultations I have, and generally in life on planet Earth, we suffer from certain things. And if we don't go and clean up the root of it, if we don't find its root, this tree will still bear fruit for us that today might make us feel defeated. But then tomorrow, another case comes up, another issue arises, and I go back to the same circle, the same repetitive cycle. And again, I suffer from the same problem. One of the significant sufferings that universally exists is the profound suffering that arises from not having, meaning I often observe and perceive certain things in other individuals. For example, someone who is considerably richer than me, and this can lead to a sense of lack or deprivation. Their car is better than mine, their house is better than mine, they're more attractive than me, their husband is better than mine, they have a higher status than me or anything else. Anything that as a human you long for and envy in others. This suffering from not having comes from comparison once you know where its root is. It comes from these mistaken calculations of the matrix, from this data that has been fed into our minds, telling us that if I have this, it means I am successful. If my salary reaches this level, then I am a successful and happy person. If my family gets to this point, or I become a homeowner, or live in that neighborhood, or have that car, then I am successful. While in reality, success is nothing other than how fulfilled I am from within. Those material things come and go. We didn't bring them with us, and we won't take them with us. When my desires are many, I often find myself overwhelmed. In fact, I am begging God all the time, God, can you give me this? God, if you give me a rich husband, I won't have any other wishes. Just give me this one thing. Just give me a big house. Just let me leave this country. Let me go somewhere else and have a job. And so many other things. I am constantly asking from the universe, from the source, from my highest self. I humbly beg from my God, from my Lord, and from the Almighty Creator as well, for guidance and blessings. And what does a beggar get? A beggar gets a coin. They simply do not give a mere beggar an entire whole city. No one truly gives a beggar a world of genuine abundance, because deep down they inherently know. They simply do not believe they deserve it. So when you earnestly and devoutly pray to your divine God, seeking to be granted something tangible and material, perhaps a possession or a worldly comfort, and the profound absence of this desired item subsequently causes you immense and undeniable suffering, a deep and persistent anguish within your very being, will pay attention. If you get anything at all, it will be something very small. It means something small will be thrown your way, something you didn't work for, something you're not even aware of, and if you're given something big, you'll end up losing it. So I put aside begging and look to see if this desire of mine, does it really make me happy? Is it truly genuine, or is it merely just to show off to others, to be perceived as being on the very same level as other people? So if I actually get that thing, will I truly feel happy? There's nothing inside me. It's coming from the outside. It's something material for me. So, if we truly understand the fundamental root of this, we absolutely won't constantly suffer over the many things we currently do not possess or have, but instead, we will be profoundly grateful for what we genuinely do have in our lives. And when you express sincere gratitude to the entire universe, I am thankful. I'm thankful for this room I have. I'm thankful for this car I have that takes me to work. I'm thankful for the safe environment I'm in. I'm thankful for the family I have. I'm thankful for the food I ate today. I'm thankful that I can move my hands, that my eyes can see. That when I got out of bed this morning, I was able to see and my legs could walk without anyone's help. If I thank and express gratitude for each of these things one by one, God, who has graciously given me this sustenance and all things, will provide it for me until the end of my life. There is no fear in it, nor is there any greed in it, because no one eats more food than they can handle. So why do I want all these extra things? And now in this new era, we are moving toward a world where we are leaving behind the greed and the consumerist society. We want security, we want peace, we want love, we want empathy, and we want all of these things. It doesn't matter what brand name is on the back of my clothes. What matters is that I'm comfortable in these clothes and I like them. How much do they cost? It really doesn't matter. Maybe my neighbor's blouse is more expensive, but that has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to sacrifice my precious life or even this fleeting moment just to constantly envy my neighbor's expensive branded blouse. And to see how my deepest, most profound desires, those that truly define my aspirations and hopes, are beginning to manifest. are truly and deeply aligned with the core principles of my current life, and all my actions are in complete harmony with the divine will as perceived in the eyes of God, reflecting a profound spiritual connection. Am I just sitting at home idly expecting my father or my husband to bring me money while I simply sit and pray, "Oh God, please kindly give me this or that"? Without you taking any steps, blessings will not come to your home. But I promise you, once you take the first step toward achieving your goals, the fifth and sixth steps will come quickly, and from the 10th step onward, the universe, God, the world itself will open up a path for you and set you soaring. But I have to take the first step myself. Sitting and praying and pleading, saying, "You didn't give it to me, you gave it to someone else. I was unlucky." This itself is an echo that brings even more bad luck, more misery. Another kind of suffering we have comes from others. Look, a stranger can't really make me suffer. A stranger might be able to, for example, I'm driving. An individual who is truly uncultured might very well speed past me without bothering to signal their intentions, and in all likelihood might even proceed to make a rather rude and offensive gesture. He might point his finger at me and cut in front to get ahead. What do? At most, I just say, "Go ahead, pass." He even runs the red light in a hurry. "Go ahead, I won't do it, but you go. You're in a hurry. Let's see if you get there any faster," which you won't. Driving statistics show that those who speed up end up stopping at the same place as everyone else, waiting at the red light. This is a fundamental principle of traffic. I often experience profound pain and deep suffering from those individuals I'm closely attached to, those cherished people I truly love, and those I affectionately call my beloved family and dearest friends. And where does this come from? From expectations. If we reduce our desires, limit them to a very reasonable amount that matches the way we live our lives, and then, if we significantly lower our expectations of others, we will absolutely never suffer because of those around us in any circumstance. My suffering comes from the fact that I did such and such for someone, and then they just left me and walked away. I did everything for this friend, showed them all kinds of kindness, and not only did they not thank me, but they even told my other friends that I was a bad person and pushed me aside. The fundamental question that arises is, did I show this kindness and benevolence just to get kindness and reciprocal treatment in return from them? Was this a transaction where I gave and you didn't? You didn't reciprocate in any way. The significant benefit that I generously gave to you, you unfortunately did not give back to me at all. This is a transaction, and in spiritual and emotional matters, whenever there is calculation and transaction, there is never satisfaction. I show love because my very nature is love, and I do it without expecting anything in return. It's really interesting that I live with someone. This person who lives in my house has neither read Rumi, nor attended any spiritual classes, nor studied spiritual philosophies, or understands them. He is a very simple person who also lives in the matrix world. Even his job is like that. And honestly, I've never seen this before. Even I myself don't have this trait, at least not to the extent that he does. That very powerful and often challenging thing called expectation. He doesn't have any kind of expectation whatsoever, whether those expectations are justified or not, from anyone at all. That is, even if he has worked for someone for free, helped them, moved their house, done everything for them, and the next year that person doesn't even say hello to him, for example. It doesn't bother him at all. And I've asked him about this many times. Even I, who think I've practiced a lot to give kindness without expecting anything in return, to elevate my own soul, to develop my physical character here on earth, even with all this, sometimes I stumble. I mean, I ask, why did he leave me? Why didn't he return my greeting? Or I ask someone else, why didn't she return your greeting? This woman whom you were so kind to, what happened? Questions come up for me, and then I bring myself back to where I should be. I center myself again, reminding myself that I shouldn't have expectations. I realize I'm going off track and I bring myself back. But the person I'm talking about, has absolutely no expertise in spirituality. They have no idea at all. What is the body? What is the soul? What is the emotional body? All of these things have made their life much easier. They show love because they're kind. And they never get upset with you. They never get upset. They never judge you like saying, you shouldn't have done this to me because I had shown you kindness. So one of our sufferings, which we have to practice every day, is that I shouldn't have expectations from anyone. Expecting things from others is my biggest source of pain and suffering. I expect my mother, since you gave birth to me, you should have done these things for me. You should have known what was good for me. When I was a child, well, it was my mother's first time being a mother too. My father didn't do this for me, but he did this for my stepfather. These are the expectations we have from society, from our country, from ourselves, from our families, especially from our partners. I sacrificed my life for you, and you did nothing for me. Well, if you believe you sacrificed, either you had a reason, or you were benefiting from it, or you wanted to, or it was a transaction, so it wasn't love. If love is truly deep and profound, if love is truly genuine, it is utterly impossible, indeed absolutely impossible, for it to ever go wrong anywhere at all. True and profound love invariably settles deeply within another's heart, and its abundant blessing inherently comes directly from our very own inner source. It might not come through that person, but it will come from somewhere else. So forgiveness is truly and incredibly important here. I genuinely suffer because I simply do not want to forgive at all, ever. But who am I really? I'm the judge. Was I really in that person's shoes when I'm judging them? If I had been in that person's place, I would have done exactly what they did to me. But I wasn't. I just want one thing from God: death for my neighbor. Poverty and misery and all that for other countries. My friends shouldn't have a better husband than I do. My friends shouldn't be prettier than me. I have to be the best. Now, these things can range from 1 to 100. Some people have 2 of them. Some have 100. Some have 110. They completely forget themselves. All their attention is focused outward. Who has what that I don't have? And why did God create me so miserable? But when things happen, no one ever promised us that when we come to this world, everything will be rosy and perfect. That everything is perfect. I came here to learn, and as long as nothing changes, everything seems great. I don't learn anything. I learn valuable lessons from all the ups and downs of life. And when things go up and down, I'm strengthening my own ability to swim. Today, when a wave comes, I have to learn how to go with the wave calmly and move forward. This is what the human experience is about. But it's as if we feel inherently entitled. If I am indeed using the most appropriate and precise word, we tend to ask God, and indeed we ask all of humanity, to generously bestow upon us all the good things, all the blessings and advantages. And if, for some reason, you do not provide these things, then, in our perception, you are deemed to be fundamentally unjust. If you absolutely do not, then I truly will not love you anymore, my dear. I will profoundly change my entire relationship with you. I will attract truly good and positive things to myself. When will this happen? It will happen when I genuinely know exactly what I truly desire and want. When I truly understand exactly what I want, and I consistently stay on the straight path directly toward that specific goal, and I have unwavering faith in the entire process, diligently taking my steps forward without getting sidetracked or diverted by different exits. I will definitely achieve what I want. It means it's impossible for this echo of, I want this, not to ever come back to me again. But if I just sit and keep saying, so when is it going to happen? So when are they coming? Why haven't they come yet? Why did it happen for others but not for me? I won't receive it. Send it off. Send your letter to God and mail it. And know that the mail will deliver it. So one of the fundamental roots of our human suffering is truly wanting far too much. A kind of wanting that doesn't match my way of life at all. If someone has achieved that desire, I also need to bring myself to the same level of energy as the person who attained it. We reach our desires with our own energy. If I want this thing, I can't get it with low energy. But when I reach that energy, we become in sync. It simply comes into my possession. It just comes to me on its own. It's right here. If I haven't reached it, it's because my vibration is very different from my desire. My actions are very different from my desires. It's just a dream. And it brings us nothing but disappointment and suffering. There's another kind of suffering, which is karmic suffering, that comes from the karma of our actions. This kind of suffering usually happens to a whole country. This kind of suffering happens to a specific group. It happens to a particular religion. It frequently happens to certain specific families that are deeply connected as a cohesive group. And all of these individuals, even before their birth, had already made a profound and significant commitment to come into this world and diligently work to clear this inherited ancestral karma. And now, from the beginning of July until the very end of this current year and extending into the middle of the next year, we are collectively in a crucial phase where we are actively and consciously repaying our accumulated ancestral karma. These karmas have been profoundly formed and intricately developed over countless millions and millions of years, and we, the truly great souls, the deeply conscious souls, voluntarily chose to come here, to courageously go through this significant karma during this particular and crucial period, to cleanse it, to remove it from this era and reach a pure 0 point. In other words, we are resetting it. We are resetting our own karma and that of our ancestors. The most effective and compassionate way to truly cope with this profound and pervasive suffering. Because we are all inherently human beings, we inevitably suffer deeply from witnessing a hungry person, from seeing a truly motherless child, from devastating earthquakes, from destructive floods, from brutal war, from senseless killing and horrific slaughter, from hurtful insults, from intense arguments, from gnawing insecurity, and from truly disturbing and incessant noises. All of these cause us suffering. We all suffer. It depends on how emotional you are. How sensitive is your heart? But every human being suffers in this body. We don't want it to be this way. We don't want to be in those environments. But the important thing is for us to say, this too shall pass. It's temporary, and I'm here to cleanse these things so that they won't come back for future generations, so that it won't happen again. I no longer want our precious world, our beautiful earth, to be filled with such filth, with all the dirt, with the shedding of blood, with killings and injustices. It doesn't matter what month you were born in. All of us humans on earth are currently experiencing this aspect that exists in the world. You don't have to be an astrologer or a psychologist to know this, or to be a fortune teller. But all these significant movements of the massive planets, which move quite slowly and deliberately, right now are doing something to us here that makes us all feel like we're on hold. It's as if we're standing still somewhere. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. I don't even know how yesterday went by. Is the problem with me, or is it something outside of me? What should I do? How can I protect my family's security? All of these concerns exist all over the world. It is for all of us. Neptune, Pluto, Saturn, Uranus, and all these planets came together to cleanse the earth. Now, would you like to sit down and watch a fortune teller? Do they read tarot for you? Tell me, will you have a very rich husband tomorrow? You are welcome to do that. Please, go ahead and do it. Listen. But I'm telling you that absolutely nothing will truly cure you except to take you even deeper into the profound darkness, to take you significantly lower, bring your energy down, make you suffer more. It will make you more desperate, and then it will hit your body and make you sick. In approximately about a year from now, we will unfortunately lose many truly great and remarkable souls who will inevitably leave this earthly realm because they simply cannot withstand or endure the immense and overwhelming energy that is currently present. But if you put aside tarot reading and truly understand the reality of your own life, if you know how to plant an apple tree in your home to keep your energy high, and if you know where the roots of your suffering come from expectations, from jealousy, from lack of self-confidence, from improper upbringing, from feeding your mind with wrong information, then you can clear these things away. And you can write the book of your own destiny. And you won't have panic attacks anymore. Your heart won't suddenly be struck when something happens. As a truly conscious and attentive observer, you carefully and thoughtfully look at this intricate and unfolding process, and you steadfastly refuse to allow any tumultuous external storms or disruptive influences to disturb your profound inner peace and tranquility. Right now, wherever you are in the world, outside is not a safe place. Plans have been made, programs have been set up. Those people up there have made their decisions. Now, if I throw myself into the street and say I'm going to raise a flag and fight for my country, that's not the right thing to do. I'm only putting my own life at risk, while I could become a very influential person for the next generation in the future. Right now is the time for everyone to strengthen themselves. Everyone should recognize their own energies. Everyone should maintain their own security. What has been decided will be carried out within a year and a half all over the world. And what the universe, higher than us, the Federation of Galaxies, has planned for us, which is for the benefit of humanity, creating a paradise for humans. They are also observing. That means at a certain point, they stop. So don't go thinking, I'll go out today and risk my life in the street so that a certain leader will come, or wondering who will come. If that leader is meant to come, they will come. There's no need for me to give my life in the street for that. If that leader is not meant to come or is meant to come in another way, again, I don't really have a role in this matter. Of course, all the credit for revolutions should go to the people. It's the people who suffer. It's the people who have given of themselves. But we have to believe that these things happening in the heavens are supporting us right now. At first, it's chaotic. It's like entering a house where everything is still in boxes. You have no idea what you have in those boxes. Everything is all mixed up. If you want to get to your bedroom, you have to go through 50 boxes just to reach it. Nothing is stable. I can't make plans for the next 20 years of my life. You can't do that in any country. It just doesn't happen. It's not just one or two countries. So now I'm going to start unpacking these boxes one by one. I'll sit in peace in my own home, under my own roof. I'll make myself stronger. And I won't sit around anymore, lamenting, begging, watching others suffer, crying and watching fake news. Because they only show a piece of a country, not the whole country. Because, you see, they are constantly draining our precious energy. So it is absolutely essential that you make yourselves much stronger, indeed. Another kind of suffering that arises. The suffering is that I am jealous. A significant number of people's profound despair and persistent suffering is often deeply rooted in pervasive jealousy. Men, for instance, invariably desire to be considerably richer and possess a much higher social status than other men. Similarly, women consistently aspire to be far more beautiful, impeccably dressed, and reside in a much nicer, more luxurious house than other women. All of this comes from competition. It means I still haven't discovered myself. I still don't trust myself. I still haven't understood my own values. That's why my sense of value gets tied to the bag I carry. It gets tied to the neighborhood I live in, whether it's an upscale area or a lower class one. It gets tied to the country I live in. It gets tied to how many zeros are in my bank account. All of these are external things, and the more I truly depend on them, the less I genuinely know myself, the less I've deeply invested in myself, in my own personal growth and well-being. I inflate myself with those various things, much like a large balloon, and when I unfortunately lose them, the entire balloon inevitably bursts completely. Jealousy of any kind, any form of competition with others, truly has no place whatsoever in the golden world, in the world of the future, a world of peace and harmony. My personal karma is my very own karma. My entire life and my important mission are truly my own. My ultimate destiny is truly written by my very own actions and inherent powers. There is absolutely no such thing as bad luck. Luck doesn't exist at all. Everything fits together like beads. They're all connected. It's like building a house out of cards. If you remove one piece, the rest collapses. There's no luck involved. So let's try to reduce our attention to the outside. And the more I set aside the outside world, the more I draw power from within myself. I become stronger. I become more resilient. The next kind of suffering comes from illness. Some people are sick. They are in pain. No one likes pain. For example, something happened to my finger. For 2 days, all my attention was just on my fingers because I was really in pain. Now, compared to my little finger, just imagine someone has cancer. Someone has a brain tumor. Someone can't walk because of their legs. Someone has a skin condition. Someone has a heart problem. Where do all these come from? These are the screams and cries of my body that I didn't listen to. And now it's shouting out like this. There is no such thing as disease. Disease comes from fear. Disease comes from belief. Disease comes from neglect. Disease comes from disconnecting myself from my body, meaning me. I completely ignored my emotional body, neglecting its needs and signals. All my attention was focused outward, and I didn't pay attention to my inner self. And that caused my inner child to be hurt. And my emotional body became depressed. And as a result, we're no longer friends. Now we're at war with each other. I'm fighting against my own body. I'm doing a job that I don't even like. Every day I go because my cousin is richer, and in this job I make money and can show off more. I've completely cut off my connection with my own emotional body. And when there isn't this complete harmony within my various bodies, in all 5 of my distinct bodies, I inevitably get sick. Consequently, significant pressure is then put directly on my stomach. Pressure is put on my digestion. Pressure is put on my brain. Then it affects my kidneys. It affects my whole body. I get headaches. I have insomnia. I'm depressed. I am. I have no hope for life. And the solution is this: to bring myself back from the outside, to come into my own home. This is my home. How can I come every day and break down the walls and say, why isn't my home like other model homes at all? Every day I'm hammering away at the walls of my home, at myself. We need to listen. What is my emotional body telling me? Am I satisfied with this marriage? Or am I in this home because of abuse? Or am I just waiting to get some money and then leave my partner? Am I satisfied with this job where every day I wake up and go to work in agony? Is there another job I would like to do? It pays less, but it gives me a beautiful feeling. Was it that day when I was tired and sleepy? I hadn't eaten properly. Because, for example, I had worked 8 hours. Did I pay attention to my body? Or did I push it to work again? Or on the contrary, talking about people whose desires are many? Do you work 8 hours a day for your desires like a woman does? Do you rest for 8 hours? Do you consistently sleep for a full 8 hours each night? Or is your entire daily schedule often a complete and utter mess? Do you have order in your life? Have you written down your goals so you know what you're doing? Where do you want to go? Or are you just sitting around waiting for someone to come and change your life, for a leader to be replaced, for a new president to come and fix our lives? I'll marry a rich husband. All my problems will be solved. I'll make everyone jealous. Come and see my life. But at night, when I go to bed, I feel like throwing up. In the morning, when I wake up, I suffer in that house. We need to sort out our own lives in our own solitude, with our inner child, with our soul, with our higher self, with our body. Everything needs to be in harmony. What do we want? I am with my 5 other bodies. What do we want? And we are playing in a team. I absolutely do not pass the ball to the opposing team, ever. Now, how well do I know football? I mean, I don't work against myself for the benefit of the other team. I work for my own team. And when I become strong, I become a mature human being. Someone who has order and discipline, who has control over their emotions, who doesn't get shaken by every little thing. And you, my friend, are like this too. And then there's my sister. And then there's my brother. And then we see that the neighbor is there too. We will change the universe. Instead of sitting and complaining. Instead of idolizing heroes. Instead of waiting for a leader to come, a husband to appear, some money to arrive, a father to die, or an inheritance to be received. Instead of all of these things, I get to know myself. What is my essence? What is the diamond within me? How can I be fruitful for this society? Not how can I take from this society? What have I not been given? Take it, take it, take it. What can I give? And when I give, that is precisely the moment when the vast and benevolent universe graciously brings me all its incredible and overflowing abundance. The next suffering will be from those who are truly dedicated and committed to their goals. For example, complain. Everyone is jealous of me. All of my dearest friends are quite jealous of me. My dear friend, this feeling of jealousy is truly within you. You are the one who gives this element to others. We label them because you recognize the nature of jealousy, because it's in your heart. Someone who genuinely doesn't possess any feelings of jealousy would absolutely never, ever say that other people are truly jealous of them in any situation. One of the things we need to do is sit down during these 6 months and really write for ourselves in relation to my own community, no matter which country you are in, no matter which family you are in. Who exactly am I in relation to my broader community, and how precisely do I act within it? Do I frequently have conflicts with my beloved sister, my supportive brother, my dear cousin, my other equally cherished cousin, my aunt's delightful grandchild, my friendly neighbor, my diligent co-worker, my respected boss, or even the helpful shopkeeper at the corner store? If you have problems with everyone, or in fact everyone has problems with you, and everyone is basically telling you the same thing, that you are selfish, that you are self-centered, that you are this, you are that, that's when I shouldn't deceive myself anymore. It's the time when I have to sit down and say, well, the problem was with that other person. The problem was with my friend. The problem was with my mother. The problem was with my father. The problem was with our neighborhood. The problem was even with the country. But why does everyone have a problem with me? And I should sit and see what my own flaws are. What kind of energy am I giving off to my community, to those around me, that nobody likes me? And go through them one by one in my own solitude. Honestly, I need to put myself in front of myself and truly be the judge of my own actions, instead of constantly judging others. For example, I might say to myself, me, I really don't possess these particular qualities or attributes that I admire in others. and I have too much of these other things. That is precisely why the considerable amount of energy I consistently give off often reflects quite negatively upon other individuals around me. It's not a good energy. It's not a lovable energy. And when I change myself, I change everything. And I feel like I love myself. I respect myself. I value myself. Suddenly you see that everything around you has changed. Suddenly you see that everyone loves you. Everyone trusts you. Because the energy you're giving off is lovable. There's no sting in your words. There's no selfishness in it. There's no arrogance in it. There's no I'm better than you in it. The energy you're giving off is that I'm just like you. I've just worked a bit more. I've learned these things, and now I'm sharing them with you. I'm not your teacher. I'm not your master. I'm not a better person than you. I've experienced these things and moved to an environment that brings me peace. And I'm content with it. I'm happy. The window of my room opens to a paradise that brings me joy every day. There's no suffering in it. There's no illness in it. I'm sharing these things with you. I'm not saying I know more than you. Come, listen to what I have to say. What I'm saying is, sit with yourselves. Let's sit with ourselves and ask, where in my life is there a flaw, and what am I dissatisfied with? Where is it really? And what is its root? The tango dance needs two dancers. It needs two skilled dancers. If I don't know how to dance tango, even if I dance with a skilled dancer, I'll ruin the dance. As a result, the energy I give to a friendship, and they don't appreciate me. My sister doesn't appreciate me because she doesn't receive my energy, because I truly do not yet fully comprehend the intricate dance of life. But when I am finally able to gracefully dance as a truly skilled and experienced dancer, then I will understand. Miraculously, and in a truly astonishing turn of events, another dancer, and then a growing number of other talented dancers, began to approach me, seemingly drawn by the very same powerful and resonant energy and an undeniable shared frequency, and they seamlessly connected with me in a profound and meaningful way. And together we create harmony and dance in a way that brings joy to everyone. It's not just that I enjoy it. It brings joy to everyone. A group dance under the rain, under bombardment, anywhere on earth. We come into harmony together to celebrate love and light and to dance together. Worrying about things changes absolutely nothing at all. The vision we want to have for the future. Today, all of us together envision it, and with cheerfulness, hopefulness, and kindness, we move toward it and surrender to the great God. What must inevitably happen will indeed happen. This particular video, surprisingly, took an entire hour of my time without me even truly realizing it had passed. But regarding suffering, I will make another video so that we can recognize the next kinds of suffering, where it comes from and how we can truly heal these within ourselves. Until next time. Until the next video, I entrust you all to my great God, and I sincerely wish for you abundant peace, countless blessings, overflowing joy, and perpetually smiling lips, always. May peace be upon the entire universe. I love you all very much indeed, and I hope you have a truly wonderful day to you all.